It's time to feel the rage. Welcome to Film Rage, where we talk movies, current releases, streaming,
classic films,
classic films,
a bunch of other stuff,
some movies. Let's keep this, by the way.
Directors and actors beware, as you cannot hide from the rage. My name is Bryce, and I'm part of the Film Rage crew, which also includes Jim. Hello, Jim.
Hey.
And he's once, twice, three times a lady. It's Murray.
Yabba dabba doo.
So with the introductions out of the way, let's rage on.
You started out so sexy, too.
Ever the consummate professional.
Yeah, it was like, you were so sexy.
I don't think anybody even noticed.
Had that.
I kind of messed that intro up a little bit.
Didn't notice.
You were like total Bob Ross there. I was like a little wet in my panties when I was hearing you start, and then everything fell apart.
If ever there was proof that we don't edit anything, Jim,
this is now.
This will be it.
This is the proof.
All right.
Proof is in the pudding.
Let's rage on.
Okay, well, thanks to all who've been supporting us. If you love our independent podcast, please support us and join the growing Film Rage community by joining our membership at buymeacoffee.com/Film Rage YYC. All members get special episodes and content only for members, and all members that sign up will get a special limited edition Film Rage item. If you cannot commit to a membership, you can still buy us a terrible rental and make us see it. Shout outs to our listeners all over the world. And I'm just going to tell you a few countries. Canada's still number 1. US is still number 2. And I don't mean that in a negative reference. Number 2. Followed by UK, Australia, Germany, and Russia this month. So.
wow.
Cossacks, we love you.
До свидания.
Yeah. And whatever drinking sounds like for that.
Movies are back at Canyon Meadow Cinemas. We are open for your viewing pleasure with great new films opening weekly. All health-regulated protocols are in effect for a safe and enjoyable experience. And don't forget, we should be your first choice for your next birthday party or special event. Can't make it to the cinema? We got you covered. Order concessions from our online store, and you can either choose curbside pickup or get them delivered via Skip the Dishes, Uber Eats, or DoorDash. For more details, go to canyonmeadowscinemas.ca. Here at CMC, we would like to thank you for your continued support, and we are looking forward to seeing you at the movies.
All right, let's dance.
Streaming, we've been streaming, we're doing what?
Oh, we're streaming, Jim.
And Murray's gonna be streaming on the weekend when he's not watching football.
Oh, streaming.
Football, you bet.
All right. So, this week we streamed one single movie.
Bam!
Yeah.
And it was playing on
Shudder.
Dum Dum.
That's the one. It's called Martyrs Lane. It's the story of a 10-year-old that makes a new friend in the form of a young nightly visitor. From here, lots of spooky things happen, and we get some very good camera work that kind of maintains the eeriness throughout.
Kinda does.
Kinda does. Pretty standard fare with an uninspired ending. Throws it on the scrap heap of ghost stories. This was a meh.
Well, I don't think Merman saw this one. You didn't know streaming this week
No,
for you.
no time to stream.
No time for streaming. So, Martyrs Lane from 2021. So much creepy, subtle atmosphere to start. As always, a CLF that's got asthma. The wheezing alone is enough to give me the chills. Mostly because on top of children being creepy by nature, they are usually filthy, which in itself is motherfucking scary. Music in this was so indiscreet, ominous, and underwhelming but it built such a base of tone for this film that when the jump scares come or the loud noises, contrasts happen. It is surprising and very effective. It carries a whole feeling of dread through the entire film, plus the whispering is usually also very present, which was kind of also creepy. They just had this low base of creep through the entire movie, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah, I didn't even know what they were saying.
I know, but it was great. It was just like noise, but it was like creep noise.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I loved it. This is one of those films. Yes, thank you. This is one of those films that so slowly pulls you along one creepy minute after creepy minute. Not only do we have one CLF, we have a second one. And together, they are both delightfully super creepy. Kind of like you created a mega transformer CLF.
I don't understand.
And
That's the only one.
yeah, no. And then you created a mega CLF or a MCF. Mega creepy fucker. If you, just... Now, if I have multiples, I can just call it MCF.
Just
You
rambling now.
lost me. but
It's
keep
a
on
total mega CF.
Yeah.
It's an MCF.
going. That's fantastic.
I love the fact that all the way through this film, there is a bigger story happening, but you have no clue really what it is. And our director just slowly but creepily drags us along. Then by the time we get to the dead baby rabbit, I am literally beside myself. First off, what the fuck is happening? I have no idea. I'm like, what is happening? And then the ending was perfect. I don't know why I liked it. I thought it was awesome. I love the mega creepy little fucker movie. This film was creepy, confusing, suspenseful, but most of all, Shudder's back, baby. This film for me was Mondo. I loved it. And who is Ruth Platt? I thought she did a great job. The director, she was fantastic.
Yeah.
The atmosphere in this was great.
Atmosphere was great.
I can understand why it is a little, it's a ghost story. It's not your favorite genre, but it's like
another ghost story.
It's kind of a ghost story.
It's a ghost story.
Ghost-ish. Obviously, you don't want to
wasn't-
give any spoilers,
Yeah.
but
I had figured out pretty early on.
But it might have been Satan. Who knows, right?
I pretty much...
I thought it was Satan.
I did
through a
not.
lot of it.
No.
I was kind of hoping it was Satan.
Well, I didn't think it was Satan at all.
But were you kind of hoping it was Satan?
I wasn't very surprised by the ending.
Okay. But it was still a good ending.
I knew there was going to be some form of what the ending was.
Yes, of course. They could only end it one of a few ways.
Yeah, so...
They did it well. I thought it was a good... For what it was,
They did it
a
fine.
good job.
It's another, as I say, it's another ghost story. Throw it on the scrap heap and let's move on.
I don't know. I don't see very many movies with that level of ambiance, that level of music that kept me interested all the way through it. And I just enjoyed it. It was like a good buzz. It was like a good slow buzz.
There's a lot good. There's a lot of good.
Yeah, I loved it.
Not so much that it would be Mondo. But
It was Mondo for me.
Huh.
Remember when you gave out a Mondo? Or was it even just a meh? To Hubie Halloween? And that movie was awful.
I didn't give Mondo to Hubie
Talking
Halloween.
about the Adam Sandler.
Well, sorry, you
What are
gave it a
talking?
meh, and
I
it didn't
gave
even
it a
deserve
meh.
that. Well, it's getting closer to Halloween, so, we got to start talking about Halloween movies. All right, so what else did we do? Did we go to the cinemas?
Of course,
Yeah,
that's
we
what we
did.
do.
We did. And we saw Malignant.
Yeah, Malignant.
So,
It's a Tuma.
it's a Tuma. Yeah, actually, that's kind of the intro to this episode. I think Arnie could have said it best. We should have had a sample of It's a Tuma. Right?
Actually, he says it's not a Tuma.
Oh, right. But this was kind of a Tuma. Right?
Sure was.
You kind of took a little piece of my brain with it. Okay, so let's recap this quickly. Terrible acting, awful script, with every single horror trope known to man, Frankenstein's castle, running discount, Captain Obvious, The Matrix, Terminator, creepy ring crackling transforming brother twin, telekinesis, I'm just going to say Electro, not Electro anything. It's just Electro. Complete idiots everywhere. The death of pretty much everyone. Force-like powers and superhero villain strength. Tons of practical effects. Gratuitous gore and gush. And as much as this movie was terrible, it was in the so bad, it's funny. I mean, the last 30 minutes is nonstop laugh fest, including the reincarnation of the cop scene. And from both The Matrix and Terminator combined, this film was funny. With film so awful, it was funny. It was a meh. I laughed for the entire last 30 minutes of this movie. I have never laughed so hard in my life. I don't believe that was James
The
last
Bond's
time
intention.
I laughed this hard was when we saw the redo of The Grunge. When was it Stephen Ewan?
That would be The Grudge.
Grudge, right? Not the grunge. But the movie was kind of grungy.
A little bit.
When we saw The Grunge, the scene. So the scene when he goes into the closet, this was like this for the last 30 minutes of this movie. It was completely over the top. It was completely idiotic, but it was completely fun. It was meh.
All right. Did you see this one, Murray?
Yes, I did.
All right.
What'd you think?
Okay, well, I guess first I should explain the plot because Jim didn't do that.
I did explain it. It's a tumor.
No. Well, what you wrote here is this woman is paralyzed by shocking visions of grisly murders, and her torment worsens as she discovers these waking dreams are in fact terrifying realities.
It's a tumor.
Anyway, yes, I did go see this because it was on my required viewing, but I had to wait till after my
I love it that he's.
after my 72-hour work week to do it, but I did get to see it.
I love it that he does choose which ones are required viewings.
Not necessarily. Anyway, yeah, it has a somewhat original concept. Had some good gory death scenes. It was an okay film, completely ruined by the last 10 minutes.
What?
Horribly cliched ending.
This is so awesome.
Like and it was slow. It was slow as hell. Like apart from the actual grisly murders, everything else was just slow.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, right at the end, that way they resolved it. I'm like, oh, give me a freaking break. Yeah, that was just all I can manage was a meh for that.
Yeah, I made it to a meh. Can't be that bad.
There you go. Yeah, there was so much going on in this
Break
film.
it down, baby. Break it down.
Honestly, by the time they got to like the spooky Frankenstein castle on the edge of the cliff, I started to be less annoyed. I don't know what it was.
Because it was funny as hell.
First part of this film, I was just jittery and just like, just get this over with. It was just like, this
So annoying.
And then I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden I was like, this is kind of amusing. This convoluted mess that was presented to me began to be enjoyable on that level. Kudos for taking this insane premise and making something that was fairly watchable. For the insanity of it all, it was watchable, but watchable is not good. It did, however, keep me amused enough to say, meh.
It's meh, of course, Murray. Hit us.
I don't have the button. You took it away.
We took away the meh button.
You put something else there. So
Oh, don't press that meh. Well,
Wah, wah.
wah. Meh. I gotta say, there was so much in this that was so like the whole scene where they now become a superhero. This thing is like taking over their body, and now it's
she
like
was like freaking Neo.
It's like
at the end.
it was like
Like,
the
what
Matrix.
is
It
that?
was Terminator.
How does having a tumor in the back of your
Your
head turn
make
you
you a
into...
super? I know, it was just crazy. And then the same thing with
You'd think it'd be a hindrance, if anything.
and you'd think the cops would be smarter. And like, could they not hit them.
And seriously, this thing that was growing out of her head was pretty big, and her hair wasn't like that poofy at the back. So I'm trying to figure out.
It transformed. We also forgot to mention.
Oh yeah,
it's a
actually
transformer.
it busted through the skull.
That's right, and that's why she always had a bloody head at the back of her.
Yeah.
Because it was always squirting out whenever it felt like it.
I forgot that it busted. It was actually confined, and we're giving away way too much. But who cares?
I believe it was dormant.
People go see this movie expecting it to not be as good as you're thinking, but you will have fun because it's wacky. It's totally wacky. It's kind of like a Three Stooges episode if it was a horror movie, or like when Bud and Abbott or whatever, the Abbott and Costello used to go meet Frankenstein or the Mummy. It's kind of like a modern day version of that, with a lot more gore. I'm fairly
certain the director James Wan did not intend to be funny.
Oh, of course he did. He's got a pretty good sense of humor.
About that.
Some of his Saw movies are pretty damn funny.
They are.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he meant.
I don't think they're supposed to be funny.
Oh, it had to have been fun. I mean, he put Frankenstein's castle in it, for God's sake.
That was hilarious when the car drives up right to the edge of the cliff with this giant castle. It's like, what is going on? It's like, that is where it turned for me. I giggled at that point, and then I didn't really stop giggling the rest of the way.
Exactly. It was so true. I was actually expecting like Madeline Kahn or something to come out, or someone to say Karl Bruja.
Yeah, well.
Oh, Malignant. Thanks for making us laugh.
Yeah, so after
that,
was it after that we saw it? I think
we saw Malignant second.
Oh, so before that
we got to see
The Card Counter.
The Card Counter.
Yeah, so you'd think it would be like a movie about poker or blackjack. Actually.
Or someone who counts cards.
That's actually people who count cards usually play blackjack.
So if you're a card counter, you play blackjack. But
don't you count cards in everything though? Because you can do in poker too. They must have.
You don't get a lot of card counters in poker.
It's not the same. No. Anyway,
I don't know. I'm not a card player, so I don't know.
The Card Counter. This is Paul Schrader's new film. Tells the story of an ex-military interrogator who goes to prison and then surfaces as a gambler. Oscar Isaac stars and brilliantly portrays a man on the edge who struggles with the real world. He craves the structure of the military and the routine of prison. He is a man without a home who wants to atone for past transgressions. He thinks his redemption may lie with the son of a former acquaintance, as he thinks he can steer the young man in the right direction. We also have Tiffany Haddish and Willem Dafoe in this, and they are both competent in their performances, but this is all about Oscar Isaac. There are scenes in this, he is genuinely frightening, and there are scenes in this where he could not be any more vulnerable. And Isaac meshes it all into a stellar character study. The pacing is perfect, Isaac is perfect, and the story is hauntingly unforgettable. The Card Counter is Mondo.
All right. Merman, I think you've seen this one, didn't you?
Yeah, and as usual, a complete opposite opinion of Bryce.
Oh, nice. You're going to give it a meh.
No, he's going to give it a super Mondo.
Okay, first of all, I hate poker. Especially Texas Hold'em.
This had nothing to do with poker.
Let it. Yeah, he has an opinion.
Does.
He has an opinion. Let him talk.
I don't want to play it. I sure as hell don't want to watch
exactly.
it. And this movie, which is called The Card Counter, card counters are normally found in blackjack.
He does play blackjack.
If it was blackjack, yeah, for the first 5 minutes.
There you go.
If it was all about blackjack, I would have enjoyed it a little more. But anyway, I tried.
It wasn't all about either of those.
Yes, that was the problem. I tried to set that aside to actually, review the movie for what it was. There was zero chemistry between Haddish and Isaac. Zero. So much so that their love story was not believable.
Oh, it was?
No, it definitely wasn't. There were some good scenes between Cyclops and Apocalypse, which is who those guys are. Not enough to make it a good film. Willem Dafoe was wasted in this film. My only guess is they probably just needed a big name movie star to carry it because those other three weren't. The story was painfully predictable, and I just didn't enjoy it. I mean, Oscar Isaac was solid. I'll give you that. He was good. Even though most of the performance was pretty much flat-lined, even keel. He didn't have emotion one way or the other. Almost like he was autistic. Almost. But he was still good at it. But yeah, this movie did not enjoy it at all. And I'm happy to give this a rage.
Wow. Well.
I love this movie.
Well, hey.
Like I said, we don't agree on stuff.
I think we just might have made a rage sandwich. Just okay.
I'm positive we have. I already tell it. Jim doesn't have to give his review. He gives it a meh.
No,
Let's
that's
move
That's
on.
the trifecta. What are you talking about?
I know you're giving it a meh.
How do you know I gave it a meh?
I'm positive you give it a meh.
Why would you? How would you think that I would give this a meh?
I don't know.
What? Stop trying to guess who I am.
I
You
think-
don't know me.
I think he's
You
giving
don't
it a
know
meh.
me.
Let's see if
Sorry,
I'm right.
You don't know me. You don't know me. Okay.
So, just a second. If it's a sandwich, that means you're either going to give it a
So the
Mondo or a
Mondo's a bread, and the rage is the sandwich, or the rage is the and the Mondo was. That's right.
Rage is the hot spicy sauce.
Yeah, the rage
This
is the
is crazy.
sauce. Murray doesn't even like hot
Okay,
spicy sauce.
now my mind is racing because if you did make the sandwich reference, that means you might give this a rage. Well, then I lose all respect for you. Go ahead.
Well, but you should lose all respect for you for trying to
Lose all
guess
respect
what
for
I'm
me,
going to
Bryce?
give a movie. So right off the bat, you should disrespect yourself, which you've done already to Murray tonight, and also to me.
That's right,
So
you
I
have.
just thought I should
Hey.
bring that up.
You're blinded
And-
by your obsession with Tiffany Haddish.
That's right.
Tiffany
that
Haddish
is
was
quite-
the weak link in this.
Oh, so there we go. Okay, well, how
Having
about
said that,
how
she
about
was she was okay.
How about you let me have my chance to tell you what I thought of this movie?
Well, now I don't even want to. I'm just going to keep on
Well,
talking.
you can go back to the bathroom and do whatever you do for 2 or 3 minutes
Because
on a good day.
the card counter was
and,
Mondo.
and I will tell you what this movie did.
It was Mondo.
Okay, so first off,
I really liked
his
it.
hair, his motherfucking hair.
It was Mondo.
Who has this perfectness of hair?
Well, he shows that he's combing it all the time.
Apparently, Oscar Isaac. That's who.
Same kind of guy who
Who-
covers all the furniture up with white.
Yes, that was
sheets.
so awesome. So who also just happened to play this role perfectly. This film is filled with meticulous detail. Slow building, masterful, meticulous detail. From the slow movements of Oscar to the dialogue to the suspense and unknown of what's happening or what's about to happen. This film, which upon seeing the trailer, I had no real interest to see this. Mostly because it seemed to be a traditional, quote-unquote, sports film. I guess apparently playing cards is
Poker
sports
is not
now.
a sport.
Apparently it is, Murray. It's on
No,
ESPN.
that doesn't mean it's a sport.
With the same plot every sports movie has, plus because it had our girl Tiff in it, which, unlike Bryce, I am not as enamored with. Needless to say, her performance is
Adequate.
very root vegetable adjacent. I'm thinking a flavor of perhaps beet or maybe parsnip.
Rutabaga.
But
Ooh, I like
no, I think we
parsnips.
have a rutabaga already. This was not your typical sports movie. In fact, was there even any card playing in it?
Not very much.
Exactly.
It didn't feel like it because I actually was glued to the screen for an hour and 45 minutes. I had no clue what was going to happen through most of this film. If you're expecting a card movie, don't. And I know people who love sports movies are always saying like, oh, Jerry Maguire, there's no sports in it, or Moneyball, there's no baseball in it. There's no sports in it. It's about other stuff. No, those movies had a lot of sports in it. But really, there's not a lot of card playing in this film. Okay, so I'm lying. There's lots of card playing. But take it from me, one who hates typical sports movies, this is nothing like them. And Oscar Isaac is going to give Riz a run for his money this year. That dude is cold, motherfucking brilliantly cold, and was stupendously brilliant in this film for no other reason than to see Tom Hardy Jr., or perhaps Riz Ahmed's newest rival. You must see this film. And in case you did not realize it, this film was Mondo. Even though Parsnip Tiff was in it.
Yeah.
Has a good ring
was
of it.
fine.
I'm thinking, doesn't the term Parsnip Tiff kind of roll off the tongue, Mer?
Sure.
It's very parsnippy.
She was
awful.
She was okay.
Yeah, she was not great.
I had no problem with
She
her
was a
performance.
parsnip. She was totally parsnip.
Having
worthy.
said this,
You even said she's the weakest.
Well, she was the weakest link of the movie. She wasn't able to quite hold. You know what? When you're getting overshadowed by a performer, like even Ty Sheridan.
Yeah.
It is tough for anybody, and even Willem Dafoe.
Yeah.
Everybody just got eclipsed by Oscar Isaac.
So,
This is an Oscar Isaac vehicle.
Okay, so here's a question for you.
You could have put anybody in those
We got to talk
roles.
about the list.
Matter.
If we add Oscar Isaac on this, unless Murray votes for
I have no
Willem
problem
Dafoe.
with him as an actor.
No, I'm just saying, Willem Dafoe's on our Mesmerized list.
Oh, well, if this was a Mesmerized off, he'd be, like, gone.
He'd be toasted.
Yeah, but...
So perhaps we won't add Oscar Isaac on the Mesmerized list this week.
Isn't the point to get rid of some people?
It is. It is.
It's true. We do got to get rid of some people.
How good was the ending?
The ending was brilliant.
Like, it was perfect.
Yeah. Agreed.
Not too often do
He
I
didn't
say
like
that.
anything in it. So for him, it was
Not
terrible.
too often is there a
I knew
perfect
exactly
ending.
I knew what was going to happen. It was predictable.
Well, then you
I knew
should
exactly what was going to happen.
You should be writing movies.
You should be writing movies, because if you knew what was going to happen,
I knew what was going to happen.
That means you probably could have written something good like this, and man,
Made a ton of money.
Yep.
I don't know about that, but
Well,
having said that,
but a lot of people
love this movie.
We have a Rage sandwich with 2 slices of Mondo flavored bread.
Yes. Mondo.
I'm glad I didn't see it with you guys.
Temperature rising. Vision blurring. Rage taking over.
You know, Cineplex and soon to be Landmark. So for our Canadian listeners, these are the 2 biggest cinema halls in Canada with the most theaters. Of course, Cineplex being the first. And they came out with the first membership for us fantastic Canadians. And upon initially getting it, I was like, wow, this is actually a really good deal. We pay $10 a month. And we get a free movie, which you can't even get a movie for $10. Plus, you get 20% off all concession. And then every movie after that, you pay $10. So it's a pretty good deal. And I thought to myself, wow, I am the luckiest person on the planet. I have this amazing package. And then Landmark's coming out with the exact same package. So obviously they thought outside the box. So I'm like, well, I'm twice as lucky. Until I went and looked at some of the packages they have in the States. And again, being as how we're a second world country here in Canada, I just have to mention. So if you go to AMC, which I believe is the largest in the US,
I believe so.
They have 3 subscription plans. One is $19.95 per month, and it covers 35 states, or $21.95 per month, covers 45 states, and 23 lets subscribers from all 50 states. And you pretty much can go to any movie you want ever. It says subscribers available, free tickets are refreshed every Friday. Watch 3 in a single day, or spread it through the week. So you could watch 3 movies a week. That would cover us every week for $20 a month.
That's 12 movies a month.
Yeah.
For $20.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem even possible.
Apparently because you know what? I've already told you guys this. When you look at the math, they make their money off our popcorn, which, excuse me, which is a bit expensive.
The movie theater makes the money off the popcorn, but the studios make the money off the ticket sales.
I know. So I don't know how they must have done a partnership with the studios. So Adam, which is I think the second biggest one, they have a mega pass.
Yeah, that's the one you can buy tickets at Landmark, right?
What's that?
Adam.
Oh, yeah, Adam used to be up here, yeah, but they stopped working with Landmark because Landmark's going to have their own soon. So Mega Pass gives subscribers 2 free movie tickets every month, as well as 15% off concessions prices for $14.95 per month. The tickets can be any format or can be used subscribers or a guest, blah, blah, blah. Extras Plus, meanwhile, goes for $99, which is exactly like ours. And then the third one they have is similar to that. So it sounds like, because AMC owns the market, but this is not just in the US. This is in Europe. So back a couple of years before COVID, Landmark almost got sold to a European, and they were going to bring in one of the packages similar to AMC for us. But now we're just getting these discounted packages. Like, for people like us addicted to movies, they need to have some better packages. Get your shit together. That's my rage this week. I want a better deal than $10 a month. Putting it out there.
Okay.
Sure,
Now you know there's something better.
Sure, they'll get
It's
right on
inspiring
that.
me to move to the States. That's what I'm
And I
telling
did
you.
just read that apparently Cineplex is having problems with their prospective buyers. What are they called? Cinemark or something in Europe?
Oh, they're going to be bought out too.
Oh, no, they were going to be bought out, but now they're having issues. So I don't know what's happening.
Well,
with that.
probably because there's a pandemic and no one's going to the movie theaters
Maybe.
but us.
Anyway. All right, then.
That's my rage.
Okay. Bryce is deep in thought. I don't know why.
No, he's deep in the groove, man. He can't get off the groove.
So,
Your rage is.
yeah, I got nothing.
Do you want to jump on my bandwagon? Don't you want a better package for your membership?
I mean, yeah, but I get $22 a month, you said.
Yeah.
Gives you 3 movies every week.
Yeah.
So that's like 12 movies.
Yeah. Murray did the math.
There's no way that you're paying under $2 a movie.
Apparently, that's what.
There's no way.
So, but think
you
about
have
it.
misunderstood what you've read. I
Okay,
gotta
well,
read
do you want
this.
me to read it again? Just want me to read it in more detail?
I'm
I'm telling you, all our listeners from the U.S., go and tell us on social media if you're on any of these passes. If anybody's addicted to movies as much as we are, all of our, even from our European listeners, we have German listeners, we have France, we have, there's packages all over the world where they know it's a membership. They understand that we're seeing these movies and they want to give us the best package we can get. Like, what would be a number you would pay? So, if they said
If it was
$50
like
a month and it was
all-inclusive?
unlimited, if they said unlimited movies for $50 a month, that's a deal still?
Yeah,
Because
no,
we
if they-
see you
if they
usually see
said-
3 a week.
Yeah, if they said unlimited.
Yeah, no, I
Every
would
month?
pay like $20 a month if every movie I got to see was $9.99.
Oh, like you would pay the 20
Unlimited.
to
pay
get.
$20 to belong to the
Okay,
club.
so Murray,
and then it'd be $10 for every
Okay,
movie.
Well, you
Murray-
only,
well, you
Murray,
just need
you
to-
only have to spend $10 then, and it'll be $10.
Yeah,
for every
because
movie.
that's
And
what
you get 2 free
landmarks- and
tickets.
that's what
I mean.
Cineplexes are.
You said they only give you like one or something.
no, every rental now I get is $9.99. So
Every
for $10.99,
rental or every-
yep, for
Every-
$10.99,
every ticket.
so $10.99 I pay,
Right.
and then that I get 1 free movie rental, and then every movie I rent after that is $10.
Stop saying rent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well,
Every
I guess
ticket you
I'm renting
buy.
my seat in the
Technically,
cinema.
you can also rent things from their website
Oh,
too.
sorry. That was the other thing that some of those packages in the States give you. They
Uh-huh.
give you free access to all their streaming movies on their
Oh,
site.
they do not.
They do so. I'm just telling you what it's read in here. I'm telling
So for
you.
$22 a month, I can go to 12 movies a month, basically. I get
Yeah.
free
Are
streaming.
we moving to the States?
Well, no,
Is Film Rage moving?
this doesn't make any sense. There's no.
What? I think we should move. Okay, let me read you this exact. This is a cut directly from the web.
Yeah.
And I'll read you exactly because I was kind of trying to paraphrase it. AMC
Yeah, don't
Theaters has
paraphrase
gotten
it.
into the subscription game with its AMC Stubs A list, which allows subscribers to see up to 3 movies a week in any format, including the theaters, IMAX, and Dolby Cinema screens. Outside of the 3 per week, there are a few restrictions as to how you can use A-List. Watch 3 in a single day or spread it through a week. As subscribers available, free tickets are refreshed every Friday. A-List subscribers are also automatically signed up for the AMC Stubs Premier Reward Package. There are 3 subscription plans available based on where you live. The $19.95 per month package covers 35 states. It doesn't list which ones. The $21.95 per month covers 45 states, and the $23.95 lets subscribers see all 50 states. So if you were going to say you were going to want to hit because you traveled with your business, you might want the $23.95 price. You might not want to go $21.95 and miss out on 5 states.
Okay. What else does it say after that?
Doesn't say any more on that one.
That's it? That's the end of the statement
of that one.
I'm confused.
But there was more details in the actual thing. That's only what I cut out.
There's got to be more.
I only cared. Brother, look it up.
So apparently Bryce's rage is that
apparently
the gym is full of baloney.
No, I think his rage is also mine, but he's gobsmacked.
I just can't believe it.
I know, right? This is just another reason for cinema in Canada to be
and it doesn't matter.
If you go to 3 a week, it's $2 a movie.
It doesn't matter because we're not Americans.
You were never going to get this. Just another reason that we love our American friends more and more every day. And it's not because of their gun control. It's because of their access to cinema.
True.
Okay.
Rage subsiding. Pulse slowing. Anger fading.
Hey folks, and welcome to the Tattoo Squid podcast. I am your host, Dre, here to take you on a deep dive into the second season with interviews with other podcasters. We talk about movies like horror, action, comedy, and all different kinds of other stuff like heavy metal, camping, comic books, board games, all that other stuff that you like to have fun with. Plus, also, you want to follow me on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, all that other stuff.
Cool. Okay, so we got to talk about one movie. Where's the music?
What are you talking about? Yeah, it's me.
Oh.
It's my turn.
We're not even there yet. I keep forgetting Murray's here.
I'm here.
How did I forget? Murray's here.
Yeah.
Or is he here? If he is here, yes, but I think he's not going to make it because of work. Well, I made it.
He did make it. Oh, Murray, you made my day. Thank God you're here. And we get the Murman Minute.
Right. This week, I have some unfinished business on the Murman Minute.
Raggy.
Because of my job, I worked 11 of the last 12 days recently.
Yeah, he's making money.
I spent my only day off preparing for the 2 podcasts last week, which I didn't get to do.
Aww.
Since I refused to let all my hard work and preparation go to waste, I'm going to damn well get to it now.
Oh, there you go. Well, you can't really do the one because we're not releasing it yet. You can do the other one.
Wait and see.
Okay.
First off, my reviews.
Okay.
I did see that Mowgli thing, though it was over a year ago because I had to preview it for the festival.
Mowgli.
And it didn't get picked anyway. I thought it was okay. Didn't really like the music at all, but that's a personal choice.
Mm-hmm.
Roz and Med was pretty good, gave good performances, but it was a meh.
Okay.
Now on to the faceless pig chicken in the room.
Oh, the faceless pig chicken in the
Marvel, Shang-Chi, and the 10 Gucci bracelets of power.
I love it.
First of all, first Asian superhero film.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Second, a Canadian in the starring role.
Yes.
Well, he was born in China, but raised in Mississauga, Ontario.
Yes.
So close enough. Third, Michelle Yeoh. Kicking ass at the age of 59.
I know.
Mondo. I've loved her since she was a Bond girl, but she's been doing it long before that. She was asked recently about working with Jackie Chan in Super Cop, who tried to prevent her from doing her own stunts. They asked her if Jackie thought that the women belonged in the kitchen instead of martial arts. She said, he did. Until I kicked his butt.
Nice. You kicked his ass?
She said that.
Nice.
Right on, Michelle. Now, I love me some superhero action. Don't even have to be that good. Hell, I even found some stuff to like about Batman and Robin.
What?
Maybe not the bat nipples and Arnold's bat pun.
Oh, I love bat nipples.
But I digress.
Bat nipples rock.
10 Rings had some good action scenes. Simu Liu was amazing. The problem I had was how ridiculous the movie became with all the mystical and magical stories.
We had the same thing to say about it.
Well, I wasn't here, was I?
That's true. But wait a minute, Murray. We agreed on something.
Well,
this is
I wrote
awesome.
this up, so you're gonna hear it. Dragons and glowing bracelets and faceless pig chickens. Oh my!
Nice.
I also had a problem with the fact that the 10 rings weren't rings; they were bracelets. Rings are worn on fingers. What this film had was 10 glowing fashion accessories.
Oh.
Unacceptable substitution. I also could have done without the comedic sidekick. Of course, it's a Disney film, so you know they don't go full dark like DC does. But this Aquafina character reminded me of the Mexican dude from Ant-Man. Mildly entertaining, but completely unnecessary to the plot. Didn't like him either. Yes, there were some funny moments. I still don't think they needed Aquafina. But apparently she's quite popular with the kids.
And us.
And me.
Yeah.
Not me. I wouldn't know. I've never seen her before. I did enjoy Ben Kingsley, but again, didn't do much for the story. Much as I enjoy superhero flicks, this was a giant meh.
Well, that's exactly what we gave it last week.
Yeah. Now, I also had a Murman Minute planned for last week, but I guess you'll have to wait until after our
That's
SIF
right.
podcast for that.
Yeah, you will.
I'm out of time. Apparently, I'm not allowed to talk about the other ones, so I guess that's all I
Nope,
got.
you'll have to talk about that later.
I don't even know what we're talking about.
We're
Back to
talking
sleep.
about- yeah, go back to sleep. Nighty night. Didn't you see Crazy Rich Asians?
No.
What?
The movie Crazy Rich Asians.
Ugh.
Didn't you see Breaking News in Yuba County? 'Cause
No.
she's in that too.
No.
She's also mesmerizing, by the way.
Who are we talking about?
Herpin.
Aquafina.
Oh,
Did you miss all that? Can you wake up during those things?
I don't know what
Okay,
we're
so
talking
there's
about.
something important we got to talk about. And
that?
Murray, you must have seen Burn After Reading.
Of course, I own it.
All right. As did I, and as did Bryce. So we have to come to an agreement as to who was mesmerizing on that, and we may lose
There
somebody.
was like 7 of them in that movie. So
I know, it
which
was
ones-
like this
which ones-
could destroy
Like, you used them all? I thought
everybody.
you-
There was only 5 of them.
There's a lot of them.
You picked like 2 or 3. You used them all?
There was only 5 of them.
Well, you have to put them all in.
Francis McDormand, Tilda Swinton,
Yep.
John Malkovich,
Yep.
Richard Jenkins, and J.K. Simmons.
Yep.
Those are the 5 that faced off in Burn After Reading. Now, if we all agree on who the most mesmerizing was in that film, the other 4 hit the bricks.
Hit the bricks, baby.
They are gone. They're off the mesmerized list. It's just the way it goes.
My vote would be for Brad Pitt, but he wasn't.
Yeah,
on the
Brad
list.
Pitt was pretty mesmerizing in this.
He was, but
Actually, so
overall-
was George Clooney. Actually, to be quite honest, he was
But
brilliant.
Those
in
two
this.
guys aren't on our list.
His comment is, "I gotta go for a run." Every time he said
Every time
that.
something bad
Every
happens.
time he said that. No, it was every time he had
Right
sex.
after he had
Right
sex.
after he had sex, he was like, "I gotta go for a run." And then, actually, if George Clooney was that more often than not, he would make the mesmerized list. But he's a lot of times.
Here's the thing about this movie. The people that, and we've all written our picks down now.
Yep.
The people that I thought were absolutely going to be the mesmer, like who I was going to pick here,
We're not.
were not.
Yes!
And this was an odd movie where
Yes.
their overall career doesn't really reflect
Reflect.
what they're
Yes!
doing in this movie. And
Agreed.
there were 2 that I thought stood up above the rest, and I really could have flipped a coin. But in the end, one of them kind of had the final word in the film. Not the final word, but he was there right at the end of the film, which he just made me laugh every time he was on screen. And he wasn't on screen as much as everybody else, but he was so
Oh
good.
God! So we know we're not losing anybody. I'm John Malkovich.
And
Francis McDormand.
and
See,
I
said-
am J.K. Simmons. And
he was not.
and it was between John Malkovich and J.K. Simmons.
No, see, John Malkovich for me he nailed every sing. He was
great.
He was killer. And actually, you know who? Richard Jenkins was also brilliant.
Yes,
Richard
yes.
Jenkins was understatedly brilliant.
Yeah,
and
he
it
was. He would have took out Francis in this movie.
Oh, absolutely.
yeah.
Except if you talk to Murray.
Star of the film. How should not be mesmerizing?
John Malkovich
all
was the
that.
star of the movie.
Rest are all bit characters.
Until the Swinton got saddled with the fact that she was kind of the
She
straight
could
man
have
in all
been.
this,
She
but-
could have been more straight,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. So
Man.
it
Oh,
was-
sorry. Wait. She could have been more straight, man.
I don't know where that went.
That's intonation, buddy.
I can't believe that you're not. J.K. Simmons was so good.
He was.
You know what? He was the reason why I found this movie, because I went through the whole list trying to find out movies that he was in with somebody else.
Yeah.
Then I found this one where it was like 5 of them.
Yeah.
But I just wanted one with him and one other person.
Yep. It's hard to do.
I ended up running into this one.
Well,
do you want one for this week?
Yeah, we need one. Have you got it?
Okay, well...
Murray's doing his homework, people. He's back in the business.
I spent my only day off doing this crap last week.
I love it, Murray. I love that you're taking our podcast seriously. I love it.
I always do. Well,
you're super
you got a
serial.
choice of 2, because I wasn't sure if
all right
one of them was going to be coming off the list or not.
Okay.
We've got J.K. Simmons again.
Nice.
Versus Willem Dafoe.
Why are you trying to get J.K. Simmons off the list?
No, he's trying to take out Willem Dafoe.
Saying, Spider-Man.
Oh.
They were both in Spider-Man.
Okay, well, he's giving us a choice of 2.
Second choice.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp versus Helena Bonham Carter. They were in 7 movies together.
Yes.
Wow.
Isn't
Edward Norton also in? Isn't Edward Norton?
I don't know. Is he on our list?
On our list? I'm pretty sure he is.
I didn't see it. Anyway,
so.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can choose whatever movie you want.
We could also see Fight Club. Wouldn't that be a great one?
I would pick Charlie and the Chocolate Factory because it's available pretty much everywhere. The rest are all you have to rent on Prime.
Yeah. Well, Murray, you get to tell us. You're in charge of this.
Do you want to give?
Just tell us. Don't give Bryce a choice.
Do you want
to
give J.K. Simmons a rest, or you want to go after him again?
No. Well, if J.K. Simmons is more mesmerizing than William Dafoe, which is possible.
Yes.
Apparently.
Considering one was the villain,
I would.
Yeah.
Right, you want to go for Johnny Depp and Helena?
Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter then.
Well, why don't we go Fight Club and then we can have a.
Yeah, if Edward Norton's on there, who else is in there?
What's
Meatloaf.
That?
Isn't Meatloaf on our
Fight Club? Besides Brad Pitt and Edward Norton, who else is in Fight Club?
Edward Norton's in it. Helena Bonham Carter's
is she in it too?
Yeah.
I don't know, I saw it once.
And
Brad Pitt's not on our
Johnny
list.
Johnny Depp isn't in it.
Oh yeah, Johnny Depp isn't in it.
Looking for a Johnny Depp movie.
Yeah, what were you thinking, Dub Dub?
I thought he was. I thought he was.
You guys mentioned Ed Norton. I didn't.
Yeah, I'm all confused.
Anyway, you want Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter? You got to pick a movie.
Okay, list them off.
Alice Through the Looking Glass.
I don't really want to watch that.
Lone Ranger.
I don't want to watch
that. I definitely don't want to watch that.
Alice in Wonderland.
I don't want to watch that.
Sweeney Todd.
Maybe.
Dark Shadows.
No.
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Maybe.
Corpse Bride is animated.
Corpse Bride can't
Doesn't
be.
count.
Okay, Jim, you choose. But don't choose Dark Shadows or we're ending the podcast. It's done. I'm gonna lock the door.
I gotta be honest, I wasn't listening after the first one.
Okay.
Well, you got the 2 Alice movies. You got Sweeney Todd.
I kind of want to see
Sweeney Todd.
The Lone Ranger with Johnny Depp and Armie Hammer.
I can't see that one. It's awful.
And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
I say Sweeney Todd.
Yeah, I'm in for Sweeney Todd.
And I think that gives them a pretty equal footing too.
Yeah, they're both pretty equal in that. Yep. Right. Okay, Sweeney Todd it is. But you know what? Edward Norton's not on our list. So that's who I'm putting forward this week.
Can I just say no now?
What? How can you not love Edward Norton?
Can't stand him.
From what?
Never liked him. Everything about him. His acting, his personality, everything.
His personality's awesome.
Yeah, he's a jerk.
He's not.
He's a huge, giant jerk.
No, he's just likes perfection.
No, he is.
He's just likes perfection.
No,
I find Edward Norton mesmerizing.
So do I.
Good for you.
But apparently Mary doesn't.
I don't.
He hates everything about him.
I do.
How can you hate everything
he is,
about
a couple ticks below.
A brilliant actor.
He's a couple ticks below Ben Affleck in my books.
What?
So that would make him mesmerizing.
Not quite Ben Affleck.
No,
bad,
Ben Affleck is not.
Ben Affleck is.
I'm on Team Murray on that one.
Ben Affleck is on
He's on the potato list. He's like, rutabaga, turnip.
No, but
he's root vegetable quality.
No, he is on par. Him and Mark Ruffalo are
both potato-like actors. Yeah, 100%.
They are among the best at their craft.
I 100% agree with your comment about them being on the same level.
They're totally on the same level.
You could have a cardboard cutout and have somebody move the lips behind it, and it would be the exact same thing.
I wonder if they've ever been in. I don't think they've been in a movie together. That's too bad. Then we could have a mesmerized off.
We
between
can't
Mark
have a
Ruffalo
mesmerized off unless
and
they're
Ben Affleck.
mesmerizing, and neither one of
Yeah, and
them
both are
are.
mesmerizing.
No, they're not.
What?
No.
Okay, I got to check the list because I'm pretty sure both those names are on the
let me choose
mesmerized
between
list.
which one I hate more, Edward Norton or Ben Affleck?
No. Edward Norton is
Edward Norton is
mesmerizing for
mesmerizing.
sure. It's too bad, Murray. But
He's not.
anyway, next week we're going to be talking about Sweeney Todd.
Apparently we are.
Sweeney Todd.
And now, do you remember seeing that one, Murray? It's a musical, so you're probably all over
I don't
it.
own it, but I've seen it.
I think we might have a winner. I've got a prediction in my mind, but I'm not going to say it aloud.
We'll see.
I thought we had a winner with this last one, and then
I know, and then
Out
you
of 5
didn't pick
different
John
people, you
Malkovich.
think we're all
Because
three
which was the
mattered,
right
'cause-
choice.
You see,
because he picked Francis
you
McDormand.
think all three of us are going to agree on 5 different people?
That's
like,
a tough one for sure.
you should just pick 2. You picked
can't.
all 5.
You can't.
They're
They're all
all
in
in the movie. They got to be up against each other. It's just
that-
the way it is. It's just the way it is.
All right, so that's it for the list.
Some things
I think
will
that's
never
it.
change.
Oh, no, wait. There's something that has to be brought up because Bryce has been thinking that Tiffany Haddish does have a chance, even though Murray will never allow it. But Bryce thinks that perhaps Tiffany Haddish could potentially make it on a list sometime. So I just need to go back.
She is.
She's starting from ground zero effective today because Murray gave the card counter a meh. I gave the card counter.
I gave it a rage.
Oh, you did. So she's off. Oh,
She's
well, that,
done.
in my mind it was a meh. Well, that's unfortunate.
wasn't just
Because you
she's got to
couldn't-
start
you couldn't
over.
imagine anybody raging over that movie because it
couldn't.
was Mondo.
Yeah, exactly.
I invite you to read reviews online to see people who agree with me.
Okay, well,
Apart from
I
the
don't care.
critics.
I don't care about people
Yeah, well,
online.
Just say
Yeah.
I'm not the only person.
Hey, I'm
Like,
sure.
you always make it seem like I'm the only person on the planet who doesn't like the stuff you guys do. That's
no.
not true.
It's pretty true.
I'm
No,
pretty
it's
sure
not.
I kind of don't care.
I am the voice
But-
of the people,
You are the voice of the people. The real
not
people.
the movie critics.
No, the snobs. Remember, we're snobs.
You the snobs, yes.
I am the snobbiest. We already know that.
No, I'm pretty sure
But
Bryce
okay,
is.
what I need to say is that I saw the movie here today with Tiffany Haddish and Billy Crystal. And so she wouldn't make it past there anyway because it would have been 2 mehs back to back. Because Bad Trip was a meh and Here Today was a meh.
Here Today was a meh, but Bad Trip was Mondo, and this
It was a meh.
Mondo.
Yeah, this was a
So
Mondo.
she was on her way.
She was on. No, she wasn't on her way because I gave 2 mehs back to back. And Murray just gave this a rage. So it has to be brought up. Tiffany Haddish could potentially go back on the touted list. Effect. No, I guess she can't. We gave it a Mondo. Damn it!
Well, I actually didn't mind her performance apart from the love story part. of
You
it.
know what? That's really big of you. I gotta admit, because
'Cause she
usually
wasn't
when you
horrible.
hate somebody,
She
you
was
really hate them
just
for life.
mad. Like they literally could have cast any other actress in the world in that part. She just was okay.
But I'm proud. This is like a big moment for you, Murray.
I don't
This is
hate
a
her. I just
growth
don't think she's
moment.
funny.
The
But-
card counter is 86% certified fresh. I was just looking at it.
Yeah, and check the audience meter. It's about 48.
Yeah, well, I guess it's 40.
Audience.
It's
People who go to
47.
movies.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I guess we
See?
fall into the critics category, Bryce.
Exactly,
so.
you do. Anyway.
And I'm not letting anybody take my title. I
Murray's
was
the common man.
granted.
He's just a common
am
man.
the common man.
Working
I-
hard with his hands.
Like I said, I'm the voice of the people.
I am the snobbiest. We've already agreed on this.
Uh,
You told me before, and you never lie. Remember, you're the truth
I'm
teller.
Pretty sure Mr. Walken
See,
in films
Murray
is,
has a
is
different-
snobby-ish.
Yeah, but you had the opinion that I was.
well, no, you're a snob.
And I think
Oh,
Murray is, because
No,
he's
yeah,
got
he's-
snobby tendencies
Occasionally,
too.
Jim and I like the same movie. Bryce and I like the same movie almost never.
Did I mention that the card counter was Mondo?
For you.
I also thought it was Mondo, though.
Anyway,
All right.
so we're moving on.
That's enough lists for
Okay.
today. But you know what? It was fun to fight.
Yeah,
I miss us.
Always fun to fight. Okay, I'm assuming I'm reading this.
Yeah, you are.
Last week on Rage or Dare, Jim pulled the film Down to You, starring the great thespian Freddie Prinze Jr.,
Freddie Prinze Jr.
also known as Mr. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yes.
I am sure you're anxious to know if Jim got his comeuppance, as Bryce promised. This week, Jim and Bryce will get to choose to go back to my bag, or they can take their choice with our listeners' Dare bag. First, let's check in with Jim and see if Freddie Prinze Jr. lives up to the regality of his name, putting him in acting royalty, or is his name just a sad joke? And perhaps also his acting.
What say you, Jim?
Well, oh my fucking God. From the first second of this film, I already hated it. Freddie Prinze was doing the fourth wall thing, or maybe it's a narrative or some kind of inner monologue talking to us, the viewer. And it was so incredibly awful. I thought there was only one narrator.
Was he Ferris Bueller?
But then we got Julia Stiles' inner monologue as well. But the monologue doesn't stay consistent, though, through the movie. So that also annoyed me. It was like it was there, and then they were doing it, and then it just disappeared for most of the movie, and then it kind of came back. There is nothing worse than inner monologues. Think of it like a montage for your ears. Then imagine they are internalizing it, and now you know how annoying that is. But then they also threw in memory flashback montages on top of it. So you have inner monologue, fourth wall memory flashback montages all through this thing. I thought that memory flashback montages were bad. But no, there's apparently something worse.
Freddie Prinze's acting?
No. Inner monologue, fourth wall memory flashbacks. Inner wall montage, fourth wall memory flashback montages. Inner monologue, fourth wall memory flashback montages. It's a whole recycling. I had thought I would not have to say the words flashback montage again. I did not think that I would have to. But yes, this is the 5th week in a row we have a memory flashback montage film. But the first week to get an inner monologue, fourth wall memory flashback montage. Bryce, can you please explain to me why these memory flashback montages are finding me so recently?
Just lucky, man.
What have I done to deserve this? I'm a good person, aren't I?
I don't know. With the stuff you've been making me watch lately, I'm starting to question it.
Did I anger Satan? Or perhaps the other dude, his rival, angrier Satan? What have I done to deserve all these memory flashback montages so many times? What made this really worse, though, was them having a Bowie song playing in the bar where they meet for the first time. I mean, this film is so bad, it has affected my love of Bowie. The one true love of my life, Bowie. And now I can't even listen to Young Americans ever again without thinking about this film. I am in so much sadness right now. It's not rage. This is a different level of rage for me. This is sadness. This movie has destroyed my love of Bowie. Or at least just Young Americans.
It's too bad.
I need to see it in another couple movies, Bryce. I have to find Young Americans playing in other movies to get this out of my mind.
I don't know that it's going to erase this memory, though, Jim.
Let me just give you a little bit of my internal monologue about my feelings about... So remember the time that I watched the movie with Freddie Prinze Jr. called Down to You? When it destroyed my love of Young Americans by David Bowie?
Yeah, I remember that.
If only you could be seeing us live, I could perhaps throw in a montage here somehow. I don't know how that's possible. The dialogue in this film is painful to listen to. And oh my fucking God, Freddie Prinze is the worst actor I think I've ever seen in my life. I can kind of see why he only does voice work now. But there was some good in this film. First off, it had Bowie. And the other music was actually really good. Henry Winkler, Rosario Dawson, Selma Blair. Damn!
I love Rosario Dawson.
Did I mention the music was good? No, it wasn't. It was actually fantastic. But fuck me till next Thursday. Almost every shot of Freddy is a close-up shot. And it wouldn't be that annoying, but remember, he can't act. So yes, even though it has amazing music, Henry Winkler and Rosario Dawson, the story is probably one of the schlockiest films with the worst dialogue, story, plot. But the thing that made it the worst was Freddie Prinze Jr. He is so bad, he destroyed every scene he's in. He's pretty much in every shot. Not that Julia Stiles is amazing, but she completely destroyed him. I mean, Godzilla's foot meets Japanese sushi diner in the streets of Tokyo destroyed him. Whenever they were in a scene together, and then him just trying to keep up to her, it was actually painful to watch. He was like the sludge on the bottom of Godzilla's foot. She just crushed him every single time. As much as I hated pretty much everything about this film, the music was great. There was a fantastic supporting cast. It's uncanny, his talent for wrecking every scene. It's truly an evil villain superpower. It has to be said, though, that the stupidest line in this film, no, not favorite line, because that's not a thing in this movie. When Freddy's friend asks, "Am I gay?" because Rosario Dawson's character stuck her finger in his ass. No, douchebag. You were not gay. You were lucky. I mean, Rosario Dawson. It doesn't get much better than if Rosario Dawson's sticking her finger in your ass. Yes, this is how great the dialogue was. In fact, the fact that they even had to question that someone was gay because Rosario Dawson stuck their finger up his ass. This is the level of dialogue.
That make sense?
It doesn't make any sense, Bryce. And neither did anything.
I stopped listening about 10 minutes ago.
And the dialogue in this movie made absolutely no sense.
So what'd you think of it?
The dialogue was a fail, and this movie is a rage. It's a sadness rage. I'm now sad, and I'm full of rage.
I'd say that's mission accomplished.
It was definitely.
I will take a sad
That's
rage.
90 minutes you'll never get back.
It felt like it was 7 hours.
Yeah.
It was awful.
You're welcome.
Terribly awful.
I told you, game on.
You did. I don't know. I think I would rather have watched that because at least it had Bowie. You had nothing with Endless Love.
That's true.
Well,
nothing.
I haven't liked Freddie Prinze since he took my woman away from me.
I can't believe you liked Freddie Prinze before that.
Well, I didn't know him before that.
Yeah, he was
a nobody until he started dating Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Exactly. He was a nobody.
Who?
Isn't he
He
Canadian?
did 3 movies with her and then basically gave up acting.
Who's Becca Michelle Butterfield?
Yeah, her.
Who are you talking about?
You know.
Cruel Intentions.
Yeah.
I know you saw
That was Reese Witherspoon.
She was the other one.
And Pretty Boy guy.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
No.
She was the other one.
Who was the dude in it?
He's not talking about dude.
matter.
Sarah Michelle Gellar is not a dude.
I said she.
And she was in The Grudge, too.
Why can't I remember
She was
his
one of the
name?
Grunges. Right? Wasn't she in one of the remakes of The Grunge?
Yeah, she was in the first one.
She was in The Grudge. Well, she wasn't in the first one. She was in the American remake.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
she was in the
See, that's what I'm
first
saying.
It would have been cool if she was in the
She
first
was in the first
one.
remake.
And why
But you'd
didn't they
have
call
something.
if it came to America, why didn't they call it The Grunge? It kind of makes more sense.
I don't know that it does. Okay, what were we talking about?
We're talking about we have to make a decision
I
on what
forget.
terrible movie. We're going to go to Murray's bag or are we going to go to the Dare bag?
Is it us today?
Yeah. It's you and me, baby.
Oh.
I thought we just picked from mine a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, let's go back to the
let's
Mur.
We'll go to Dare.
You're going to Dare. Okay,
Yeah.
Mur. Let it.
Is there? By the way, the Dare bag looks replenished. Did you
does
put
look
more?
Oh,
in
I
it?
did. Yeah, of
You
course.
didn't fold them properly, though.
Okay.
Well,
Why
we're
would
not
you-
seeing it. It's only
Well,
you
yeah, but
that's
I
seeing
saw
it.
like half of them.
You're allowed to. You're not having to watch them.
Yeah, but I had to refold them.
Oh, that was
Oh
good.
no!
You're so dedicated now. I love this new Murray. The old Murray was not as...
Because I'm actually awake for a
Oh.
change.
I think I put this in my bag for you.
Oh,
But now
well.
we're both going to get to watch it. It's Valentine's Day from 2010.
I mean, the one with,
Oh,
with,
no.
with all those stars in it?
Yeah.
John Bon Jovi
And they
all
all
that?
come
Or is that New
together.
Year's Eve? They're all the same movie. But
Oh no!
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, that's what we're watching.
I don't want to watch Valentine's Day.
It's got my absolute favorite actress in it, Julia Roberts.
Okay. Who else is in it?
Your
Everybody-
favorite actress,
everybody's in
Anne
it.
Hathaway.
Okay. So far, so bad.
It's got Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
It's
well,
got Jessica
slightly
Alba,
better.
your boyfriend's girlfriend.
Yeah, I like Jessica
It's got
Alba in Idle
the
Hands.
great and powerful Kathy Bates. It's got
Kathy
Jessica
Bates is
Biel,
great.
Bradley
Jessica
Cooper,
Biel's fine.
Eric Dane, Patrick
Cooper,
Dempsey,
Patrick
Hector Elizondo,
Elizondo,
who's
always
awesome.
good.
Jennifer Garner,
Jennifer
Topher
Garner.
Grace.
Topher. I love Topher Grace.
Exactly. Oh, but Ashton Kutcher's also in there. It's
I'm
like
okay with
that
Ashton
70s show
Kutcher.
reunion.
I believe he has a starring role in this
Queen
one.
Latifah, your other favorite actor, Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
George Lopez, Shirley MacLaine, Emma Roberts.
Did I not just watch this recently? Are you sure this hasn't already been on the...
I don't think so.
Okay, maybe.
I'd remember.
I
definitely
may
not.
just go back and pick every Julia Roberts movie ever made to put in my bag.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Okay,
Because I really don't like her.
So, St. Patrick's Day. What?
Yes.
Valentine.
It's a holiday.
Valentine's
Hey, you're
Day.
the one with a girlfriend. You should know that date by now.
Yeah.
Valentine's
It should be
Day.
carved in your skull.
All right.
Your first tattaoo should be a heart.
Okay,
with
and I
Kim's
gotta
name on it.
watch this by what? In January?
You've got to watch it for next week, my little buddy.
What?
Yep.
Don't we have a full show next week?
Yeah, it's going to be a pretty... As much as we don't have time for a full show, we're going to have a full show.
All right.
All right.
Whatever.
Well, you know what? You know what that means. Ugh. Apparently, I'm not as ready for the show to end as I was kind of wanting it to end. I kind of don't want this episode to end. This has had probably some of the best rage and fun I've had in a long time. I hope you guys who've been listening to it have loved it as much as me. So, thanks, Ragers, for listening. Super Rage love to our members, James and Philip, for their continued financial and moral support. Thanks to our extended Film Rage crew, Leonard Conlon, Bex Goose, Tony, and Nat for their artistic contributions to our show. You can find their homes in our show notes. Thanks to our sponsor, Canyon Meadows Cinemas. Please go and support your local independent cinemas near you as they desperately need your help as they come out of COVID. Find us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Film Rage YYC. Follow us on Audea, AUDEA.io/ and search Film Rage YYC for bite-sized film reviews. Check out everything Film Rage at filmrageYYC.com, including our merch site for Redbubble and TeePublic. We are always wanting to make this a raging blast for all listeners, so please comment, like, and subscribe, and send us emails to filmragecalgary@gmail.com. Dare us to see terrible movies to fuel our rage, but no matter what you do, please make us rage. Please, please. That's it for this week. Rage on.
Rage on.